Hi, fellow TIs. Well, I'm back in San Pedro and shit. And guess what? Still crawling through my whatever, whatever kind of fucking. I think I know because there's that fucking building is really old, and there's all kinds of passageways and shit. There's a room in the basement level. Well, in the basement level closet, there's a closet, a creepy closet. People used to live there, and I seen this thing on YouTube, right? And I knew it was my laundry room. So, and then I seen something about the closet. So I went in that closet and, I started looking around. First, I found like a plastic plumbing pipe coming out of the wall, and there was no reason for it to be there. And it just came out of the wall and it was capped off. And somebody drilled a hole in it. And I guess, like took one of those strips that you lock in stuff and like had a little a board, like a piece of wood, the same size as like a brick, attached to it. I don't know what that was for, but I put my ear to it, and sure enough, you could fucking hear everybody. But I looked around that little closet, and there was a hole, and in that big old hole, it was behind like a old plywood. There was a whole fucking room in there. You know, there's all kinds of creepy stuff in that building. Believe me. And there's like three different, yeah. But so when my gang stalkers do shit, you know how like they make it seem like they're in the walls and shit like that, and their voices come. If they want, they could really fucking and they probably do. But I got back and I could hear um voices of people that are supposed to be loyal to me. But I just you know I mean, maybe back. You know what? I know that they have the ability to people use people's voices. Even we can. Okay, something as simple as, well, I don't know how to, but something that's like a simple like kind of a cut and paste for a voice. Yeah, I found a voice recording. I guess it was supposed to be me on my freaking Google Photos. That happens. That's happened a lot in these years. Stuff that I didn't take, on my Google Photos, and I played it, and it was me calling, I guess, a phone company and trying to activate a SIM card. I never made that call. And, I mean, it might sound like me, like, the person, what? Huh? But it wasn't me. And I wouldn't be fooled for 1 minute, but maybe other people would. You get what I'm saying? So I'm taking a rest outside Family Dollar. I went to go get a soda, had to dig in my laundry change. But it's all right. I'm addicted to soda now. It's been like a year. I gave up soda when I was like 363 pounds, and I used to drink 2 liters a day at the least. You know, and when I caught diabetes and I had to lose weight, I stopped soda. I had to lose weight because I'm an ex heroin addict, and just seeing that hypodermic needle every freaking day and having to, put the insulin in me. No, I couldn't do that. So then I lost too much weight. But I can't keep I can't keep focused right now. But what was I gonna say? Oh gosh dang. I don't know if it got away from me. You know damn well this shit affects our balance, you know, um our train of thought, our memory. So I try not to like my real personal memories and stuff that like, people that I love don't even know about. I keep those not thought of. If I start thinking about them, I like quickly right away imagine fucking something on their face, or like imagine all kinds of different people's faces that I don't even know, you know? Because, they take that from us, or they fucking they fill it with all kinds of discrepancies that didn't happen. Kind of like our implanted dreams. Um, you know, I know my dreams, and the ones I guess they haven't been able to read me enough. They haven't been able to read me enough to simulate my dreams to where I shall believe they're mine. Because one thing I do have is a good memory for the past. Yeah. That suburban being on top of me, it might have like rattled my brain. And yes, I do need a neurologist because I can't function and do certain things, and keep doctor's appointment, make shit, I mean, there's certain things I get, and sometimes like decision making. Um, I think something is like a good decision. And somebody has to point it out to me that it's not like a little fucking child. Luckily it's never, one I sent I sent pictures of somebody to somebody else, that I thought hey, they're gonna find this funny because, you know, we're old already and stuff and hey, you know what, we were once kids, you get me? But it took somebody else to tell me, hey, you did that? Da 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 and this and that. And I didn't, and I go, oh my gosh, you know, the decision making process, I don't catch things that are not right sometimes. But luckily it hasn't affected me to where I've gotten hurt and stuff. But, hey, that might have hurt somebody else because I couldn't unsend it. But, and the person thought I did it on purpose to sabotage them. But I'm not even like that. People look at me and say, oh, well, you're doing it on purpose, or, oh, it's because of this. They don't know me anymore. I'm well, I mean, I was beautiful hearted and I had a good core. I had a good core. I might not have been the best person in the world, but I was a decent mother. And I had a core that, I did have boundaries or things I wouldn't do, because I ran into somebody, I had forgotten all about it. And I didn't even know her or recognize her, but she knew me. And she told me about, me standing up and stopping a, a group of girls from jumping this one girl. And I remembered that. So for her to remember it all those years later, you know, maybe it made an impact because when she said that she remembered it, it made an impact on me because I was not good. But apparently, I had some morals and some beliefs that I wouldn't give into, that I wouldn't cross. You know, yeah, like when I did my armed robberies, my partner he wanted to, him and my homeboy, they, they did, well, I mean, it's past the statute of limitations, and my crime partner finally got out after all those years, and he overdosed on heroin. He asked from he asked his mom where I lived. He asked um, my baby sister and brother's mother where I lived. They didn't tell him. If they would have told him, he would have been like involved in the family thing, and he would have never overdosed because I went beyond that. But well, anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I wouldn't rob people. I robbed the cash register at the grocery store with a fucking gun. Excuse my language. But people people work hard. I was not a good person, but people love me apparently. I could tell you some bad things, but God forgives me. People don't, and there's people don't forgive. Yeah. So as long as but what was I gonna say? Yeah, I would never rob a person or break into their house or home invasion or something, because people work hard for what they have, or they hustle hard, or somebody helps them out and they try to make it last, or they save up, you know. But I don't feel, even when I was doing crime, I don't feel that I have a right to take another human being's money. Even if it's by fraud or jacking their shit, it's wrong. And I feel like people should know it's wrong. And you know what? Yeah, because just because federal prison's better than state prison, let's go fraud everybody. Over a certain amount, it's what do you call it, grand theft or some shit. But yeah, I would never steal from a person. It's not right, you know. And even when I was a kid, it didn't sit right on me. I made my decisions as a child. Well, as a child, at 12 years old, freaking out there banging. I made my decisions on. I didn't represent just only me. I represented my team, my city. I represented my blood family, my homeboys, and I represented any possible husband, which I'm gay, or future children I might have. Because whatever you do, no matter how old you are or how young you are, sooner or later, you get me? But I remember every freaking thing, everything, and I've never fucked somebody over. I've always kept my word, and I've always been down to ride and shoot. I'm old now. I'm old. You know what? Let me tell you a story. Um, dead men don't tell tales. You know, dead men don't tell tales. Rest in peace. You know, to my homeboys that had been with me. Stupid fucking yeah. But little are you to know that when you're younger, you use things you do, and it makes you feel powerful. But when you get older, those same things that made you feel freaking powerful, they keep you awake at night. They give you mental illness. Uh, you know, they give you what do you call it? Shit that I have. Those dreams where you wake up screaming. Well, you don't wake up screaming. You just yell and relive it in your mind. And I've had terrors, night terrors. I've had to like I've had night terrors in Mexico before, to where, hey, they didn't wake me up. The whole family came out one by one, woke up, used the restroom, went back to sleep, and they didn't even freaking wake me up. They said I was screaming. I can't even scream. My vocal cords are like really damaged. But apparently I was screaming, and they let me scream for hours. And they didn't wake me up, not one, not even the child. If somebody's reliving a hell in their sleep, you have to wake them up as nicely as possible, because it's hell reliving shit. But I don't. Not one of my phones is working, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But peace out, guys.